Yeah, I forgot how computers work. Hi, I'm Steve from Mac84. Welcome to whatever the heck this is. It's going to be a live stream where we look at this poor Macintosh IIci. I'm going to call this a 2SI by mistake throughout the entire video. This is C as in cat. And although it looks okay, it's going to need some help. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat who's hanging out this Monday evening. Hopefully your Monday was okay. We have Sloopy Malibu, we have CDI, we have Jeff. Wow, cannot speak today. We have Jeff Gearling. Hello, Jeff. Reed is here. Eric is here. Colin of This Is Our Computers here. Wow, computers. Oh, we got Sam Mac 356. We have Joe of Joe's Computer Museum. We have Garth of Garth Beagle. Of Garth Beagle? Sure, why not? We have Bruce of Brankus Creations. There, that works better. Sinister Pisces is here. Gut Bomb is here. Big Bad Biologist. Big Bad Bench say that 6 times fast, just as much as their reefers in that stupid power supply. Lord of Nothing is here. 64-bit guy is here. Retro Fox is here. We have Tevrudin, Lord of Nothing. Jeremy's here. Who else? Mr. Tech Gadget. And the chat jumped, so I lost a bunch of people. Sorry. I Love Max is here. Sloopy Malibu is here. I already mentioned Sloopy. Jax Mac Attack. Adhish Parlkar? Sure, we'll go with that. Toiletius Toilet. Chris is here. And I think we're all caught up. Excellent. All right. So, what are we doing here? The technical difficulties. Yeah, that's how I live my life. That's just me. So, yeah. My friend Keith dropped by not long ago, and he dropped off a Power Macintosh 7500 rather, which is, I don't know, I put it over there somewhere. He dropped off 7500 and Macintosh IIci, and he also dropped off a Apple Vision 17-inch display and a Apple Color monitor. I believe I think it's labeled as a 15-inch, but it's like a 14, something like that. It's not the Performa style one. It's the one that's just called Apple Color monitor. It's pretty slick looking. I like that. Have not tested those monitors yet. Will probably not test them for a while. But I did take a look at the computers because I wanted to make sure that they were anything that could have gone wrong by the time they were sitting in the garage and the time I would look at them next. I wanted to take care of that, and that includes this PRAM battery that was in the Macintosh IIci, and of course, it's an old one. This is from 1992, and it is from Germany, not West Germany, like some of the other blue batteries I've pulled out. But this did not leak, thankfully. But there is some signs of yuckiness on this board, and of course we'll have to measure this. Colin, it is not the one with the speakers built in. It does have a microphone, although somebody ripped the microphone off the top of it, which is weird. I don't know if it broke or something, but yeah, I was kind of disappointed because even if the monitor's dead, it looks nice. Alright, so let's get our multimeter into voltage mode, and let's see how many volts this battery does not have anymore. Because that's a weird game we like to play here. And place your bets, folks. Place your bets. We have exactly 0, 0, 0 volts. There it is, a door now. We'll put it there on my desk for it to rot into the wood. Excellent. Bruce asks, why is the 2CI more powerful than the 2CX, but the 2VX is more powerful than the 2VI? Well, somebody at Apple decided that they wanted to get just as confusing as their PC counterparts with all these weird names that didn't make much of a sense. So, there you go. Alright, so we're going to kind of just sort of get right into it. I haven't streamed in a while, and I can't remember where all of my presets for OBS are. Thankfully, things seem to be working. Fingers crossed. And we'll see if we could work through this today. I haven't even bothered dusting this off. I literally just ripped it out of a case. This board will be featured in a video that I am filming, hence the lights and everything. And that video is essentially what do you do when you get one of these machines? What are some of the steps you should go through before just plugging it in and powering it on? So that's sort of what I hope to demonstrate in this video and part of this stream. Garth pulled 2 Maxell batteries today from a Classic and SE, and only one somewhat leaked. You can go buy a lottery ticket, my friend. Don't blame those naming conventions on PCs. Now, my good friend John here, Big Bad Biologist, Big Bad Bench, is a dear friend of mine, and I'm going to ask them to be so kind as to put a link to their channel in the YouTube chat, because they have a great channel. You should totally subscribe to them. They just passed just over 1,000 subscribers last month or so, and so I highly recommend them. They do a lot of crazy things just like we do around here, so I'm glad I'm in good company. I'm just going to focus the microscope before I dump you over, because there are quite a few things I noticed on this board, and I'd be very curious if Bruce ever came across some of these as well, because one of them sticks out as like that shouldn't be. So there you go. Garth put the link into John's channel there. Be sure you subscribe to Big Bad Biologist, Big Bad Bench. Say that 6 times fast. All right, so let's switch over to the microscope view. Before we do that, I am wearing one of my own shirts. I know, product placement. Mac84.net/shop if you want to buy one. I only make $1 or $2 out of them, so if you don't, it doesn't really make much of a difference to me. But I think they're quite fun, and a bunch of other people do as well. So let's go over to the board view. And you can see there's quite a lot of dust and stuff on here. I have to adjust my eyepieces because, yeah, there we go. Bruce, look at this. The poor little resettable fuse has, you can't see because this board is too freaking big. It has had a bit of an issue. Oh, thank you very much, Jack's Mac Attack, for the super chat there. For your pain and suffering. Oh, you're dealing with your SE30 board. May God have mercy on your soul. Yeah, those are fun challenges, let's say. I forgot I was doing laundry. Oh, did I? Yeah, I don't know where I put my scalpel. I meant to find it, and I didn't. It's because I haven't streamed in like almost a month. But the fuse looks fine. Oh, I was going to start scraping stuff off, but I guess I'll use the handle of my tweezers here just because this is just so... Ugh. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. The brute force method. The Bruce force method? Yeah. Let's shame Bruce's name by doing stupid things with it. I'm just going to lift that upside down and let all the crumblies come out. Oh yes, that one. I'll need all the good luck with that, and I owe you an update on that. I haven't. The last time I emailed you is probably the same exact status because it's been a pain in the butt. Sorry, I read the chat too quickly and I make assumptions. I apologize. Here I am installing macOS 711 on my LC3. Put a SCSI to SD adapter in it, and I'm installing via the original floppy disks. Enjoy your pain and suffering. Yeah, so these caps don't look the best. These have started to leak. I mean, they're not terrible, but you can see we have some green around some of these chips. And there's a bunch of dust bunnies here as well. What I'm very... Oh, we have some more green here. I'm going to really need to find my scalpel. I did buy a second handle, so I should be okay. Is that a canoe paddle? I'm very gentle. I loved, I continue to love that one video Bruce did about his ultrasonic cleaner, where he's demoing, putting things into it, and he just drops the whole Mac Classic board in there, as if it's like, ew, cooties, and he just drops it. I laughed hysterically at that. I love Bruce's stuff like that. Oh, we have some more green bits here. Yummy, yum, 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 yum. I'm going to make sure that they're not bridging anything, but they look okay. Now, this is the... Oh, yeah, this is what I was afraid of. So, oh, those are like blackened. That's... Yeah, this is just like the worst one I've seen, which was just like this. So this is the startup circuitry, friends. And why they call it the startup circuitry is it's circuitry required to start up the computer. You have the power button here. There we go. And you have a bunch of capacitors and components and these 3 chips. And what happens is these 4 capacitors love to leak all over these little chips, which means we're going to have to remove each and every one of them. Now, I do have replacement chips, so if these are far too gone, I can just slap some new ones on there. But we have 4 caps here that'll be needing to come off, and oh, these look like they are in terrible shape. Oh my goodness. So let's get a closer view here for those of you who aren't accustomed to such fine luxuries. Oh yeah, just look at that. Is like a nice tar-like substance. Let's see if we can just. Ugh. I wish you could feel the crunchiness of this. This is awful. I'm going to totally need to find where the heck I put my damn scalpel. Because there is no way I'm going to get all this crud off of there without doing so. So just give me a moment. The dishwasher. Just put it on pots and pans. Look, it got all the vias off too. Yes, they can, Bruce. Yes, they can. Yeah, there was some post on Reddit a while ago. Someone was like, it keeps restarting, or it turns on and it turns back off, or something. And I'm like, you want to rotate the power button? They're like, oh my god, how'd you know that? And you read the manual. It tells you right there. You can hear the crunchiness. Excellent. Use the Bruce force. I think, Bruce, you need to make a t-shirt of you holding like a hammer and you just wailing on something and just say Bruce force. These are free ideas. Free ideas. Alright, let me just find where the heck I put my scalpel. I don't think I took it anywhere special. But it's probably just like hiding under all this garbage here. Hopefully everybody's having a decent Monday. Mine was okay. I finally checked off some things I've been meaning to do for ages, which will hopefully help in the future. Hit it with a hammer. Alright, Joe has a great song, and it's to the Pac-Man theme. And Joe, if you'll allow me to steal your quote-unquote intellectual property for a moment, his song goes along the lines of something like this. Hit it with a hammer, hit it with a hammer, hit it with a hammer, hit it with a hammer. And I love it. Because it is very Joe, and it is very what we all feel sometimes when we're dealing with these stupid machines. Oh, boy. Oh, did he actually register the domain so you go there and it says it? Well, then go there, because Joe does it better than I do. And subscribe to Joe while you're at it. jcm-1.com. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, that's garbage. Where the hell did I put this scalpel? Ah, damn it. See, I haven't streamed in a while, so I forget what I lost. Besides my brain. And it's problematic. It's problematic. That's great. That's a great joke. Make sure you put the HTTP whatever thing so people can just click on it. Because I know me, I'm lazy. I wouldn't click on it. I wouldn't type it in manually. I gotta type the URL in manually? It's like a baby's toy. Alright, we're just going to continue our precursory look here before we get the scalpel. But we have some green here, some cracked solder. Oh, that looks delicious. What poking tool do I have here? Thank you, Joe. There we go. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Look at that. Ugh, disgusting. Where else? Whoops, squeaky. Now, there's not too many caps on here. The startup circuitry of the 2CX has a bunch of caps. But overall, I mean, this one over here doesn't look too happy. It just looks like it's cruddy. Look at all that hair. Gee, has this capacitor leaked at all? No, I don't know. Is it fuzzy? Yes. Then it's leaked. I'm going to get a good shot of this because I want to show this as an example in my video. That'll never get released. There we go. Yeah, so that fuzz means the electrolytic... I'm trying to say this so I can use this clip in a video. Yeah. So that crud around... So that hair and dirt around that capacitor means that this thing has totally leaked. And that electrolyte is sticky. Therefore, dust and hair get stuck to it. And thankfully, you could clean most of that off, but we'll definitely want to do some deep cleaning in this area and remove those capacitors. Yeah, that'll work. decides not to sue you for infringement. Dubstep remix. I love it. Oh, this board is not toast. Yeah, it's not. It looks okay. It really does. Let's look at the bottom, because I made assumptions like that before, and we're like, oh wait, all the bottom is destroyed. No, this looks okay. Really. You can't see, so I could switch it to the other view while I do that. There we go. See, it really does look pretty clean. And from this view, this side looks pretty clean. But we have a bunch of caps here that totally need to go. But, I mean, everything else is okay. The battery terminals look okay. The battery didn't leak. I'm going to guess we have 5 megabytes of memory on here. Although that could be 8 megabytes, but something tells me we have 1 meg and then we have 4 256s. Or maybe we have 2 megabytes in total. What do you say, Bruce? What say you, Bruce? You have a good eye. Reload it. Why would I reload it? Looks fine. How much pain and suffering that would be for a board that's probably okay. I mean, yeah, I would probably do something just silly like that. But hopefully not today. Hopefully it doesn't need it. Where was I? That's right. I was looking for a tool that I should have looked and found an hour ago. Oh, boy. I did buy another scalpel handle. I don't know what I did with it, but I did buy another one. That's the important part. Clearly 160 megabytes. Well, this board has metal clips by the chips. So we'll take one out and show Bruce. So these are IIci branded chips, Bruce. And you get a good look at those. Come on. So I smack the camera off the tripod. Thingamajig. Gotta hide my face, because it knows to look for faces, I guess. Or it's just dumb. This computer is also always fighting with this software. Come on, man. Just put my hand in the back of it. Just like, come on. Are you kidding me? Yeah, he hasn't streamed for a while. Let's just misbehave. Oh, it would be easier if I just typed it. Got a M5144000A 70SJ, so that's the speed. And we got a 2392A029A9Z. Please take a screenshot. This hurts my arm. Yeah, all broken. Ugh. And let me see if I get one of the other ones out as well. Just to satisfy our good friend Bruce. And Bruce has been doing a hell of a good job on his streams. He was playing around with the Macintosh IIFX Reloaded project, which I have high hopes for. I don't know if I'm crazy enough to do the same thing he's doing, but he's getting some great results out of that. This is another module with IIci chips. Here, come on, focus. It's not going to focus. Let me see if the numbers are similar enough to this. M5, 144, this is M51425 6B. But the rest of the numbers are similar. So I would wager maybe 2 megs. I don't know. We'll see, hopefully. So the first thing I want to do is remove the caps from the board and clean up those startup circuitry chips, and we should be okay, hopefully. I know I'm almost at 20,000 subscribers. What the hell? I mean, that's great and all, really. It's certainly snuck up on me because, I don't know. I find that I get into these little ruts or these grooves or whatever you want to call them on YouTube where it's like you're stuck at 10,000 subscribers for a while. Or you're stuck at 5,000 for a while. And for me, I felt like I was stuck at like 13,000 subscribers for ages. And then somebody shared a video or somebody gave me a shout out or something and it pushed me over the edge to another tier, and then people started recommending things and all that stuff. I believe they're 70s. Yeah, they're each 70 based by the dash J, by the dash 70, I would guess. So the 2FX chimed yesterday. I wasn't going to say so, Bruce, because Bruce told me about that. I was very excited, but I look forward to his next stream. I did ask if he was streaming tonight. He said no. So that gave me full permission to continue on with my stupidity. Where the hell did I put this scalpel? This is driving me crazy. I'm going to stand up for a second. Talk amongst yourselves. And find out where I put this thing. Because it's kind of important. Ow. Smack my head across the camera that's dangling from above. I bet it's just in a stupid spot. It's just hiding from me. It should be here somewhere. Maybe, you know, stranger things have happened. What the hell is that? That's not it, but something else. We have a Bernoulli disc here. Why are those on the desk still? Oh, that's right. I was playing with that thing like a month ago. There's going to be continuity errors in the shot on the desk now because I just keep putting crap on it. Oh, Stephen, will you ever learn? No. The answer, sadly, is no. Where did this go? I usually put in a spot so I can't stab myself, which is usually like in a little bin or something. But I guess I need to get a dedicated one. And I know you folks hate it when I look for things because it's just like a joke now. Steven was looking for a thing again on his desk. And, I mean, yeah, that is pretty funny, but it's also like, please help. Is it over there? No. It's over there? No. I need it to scrape things and do the scrapety-scrapety. I don't think I found the, I bought a handle for one. I think I know where it is upstairs if I have to. Let me just make sure it's not hiding here in plain sight, because that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it be? Hey, look, Bruce, a relic from a company no longer in existence. Wheel of wire drill. That's Colin, if I did that, I'd take off like entire chips whenever I would sneeze. Although I do like that suggestion. I don't think I have that proper attachment to a Dremel that is in operating condition at the moment. Although I do have a weird handle thingamajig for a Dremel that I probably should use. I got it as a gift, and I have not used it. Never clean. Exactly. I cleaned things, and now I don't know where the heck things went. So I blame myself. It's my own stupid fault. I thought, what is a Dreamcast memory unit doing here? This is the things I find on my desk, folks. How many people we got watching whatever the heck this is? I can't see because YouTube is too zoomed in because this computer doesn't like me. I have to move screens around to do the thing. And then we got, it doesn't say, 63 people. Hello all. Jeez. Hi. Sorry. Me find thing go maybe soon. That's as much English as I could parse at the moment. Well, I found another pair of tweezers. That'll be helpful. So where's the pointy thing? Where's the scrapety? It's a toothbrush. That'll come in handy. Oh boy. Let's see what that label on the flux says. So this is an old one. This is an old sample. Now this just says genuine advanced aerospace and military grade products. It does say stereo on it. Yeah, there it is. There you go. Yeah, good eye. Yeah, this is an old sample V3 TF, I think. I think they sent a sample after Bruce made a fuss and broke the internet, and they were like, "Oh God, gotta give this guy some flux, or he's just gonna keep on yelling at us." That's not what happened, but it's funny to think about. All right, I think I need to run upstairs and find that scalpel because I have plenty of blades here. I don't know where the heck the handle went. I must have put it somewhere. But that's kind of foreboding, knowing that's just waiting to stab me at some point in time. So, yeah. Well, people haven't liked the video because I haven't found my scalpel yet. I think, pretty sure that's it. Let me... Ooh, an exposed LC power supply probably should have fixed like a month ago. Yeah, life has been life right now. So, I'm working on a few long-term projects. Working on some things I'm helping out some friends with. And work. The constant of my life. Another pair of tweezers. I'm just making sure it didn't like fall between something over here. I did buy this scalpel handle with the exact scenario that I'm going through now. If like, well, if I lose it, at least, you know, I'll have a second. And it looks like I'll need to go get that. So Sorry to put the be right back thing like just so soon, but I'm an idiot and I obviously don't know where the hell I put my stuff. So, yeah, the 2CI I think will clean up just fine. I just need to find the damn scalpel to start work on this because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to fix a trace or two. And can't do that without a poking, prodding bit because I don't have one of those, whatchamacallits, the fiberglass pen. Is that what they're called? I don't have one of those. Probably shouldn't be trusted with more than one sharp object. It's very dangerous. Yeah. Anyway, use your finger, yes. All right, let me put the Be Right Back music on. I will be right back. I think I know where it is. Yeah, we'll see. In the chat, I want you to tell me if you've ever had a Mac 2CI. And if you didn't, why the heck not? I'll be right back. So good news, bad news. It wasn't upstairs, but that must mean it may be down here, or I've misplaced it entirely. Just going to take another look around the blast radius here, because I think the last time I used it, I was using the 3D printer, and it was the last stream I did when I was down here fixing that plastic for the LC adapter I had. And yeah, so I'm just going to dip over here for a moment and rummage through a box real quick, which I don't want to do on camera because that'll be too noisy. This is really embarrassing because I just thought I had it here. I guess not. So it is what it is, I guess. That's what happens. Don't have a 2SI for now. 2CI for now. Love the 2SI. See, I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep changing them up. Would like one of the 2 series eventually. They're great. Now argue over which of the Mac 2 series is the best. I think I found every single pair of tweezers I've ever owned, but I have not found the damn scalpel. Yeah, probably, Colin. I give up. I can't spend any more time looking for this stupid thing. We'll just have to do the best we can without it, which is probably not the best. So, don't you hate it when this friggin' happens? I sure do. I'll just find it as we're going along or something. Unless I was an idiot and I brought it upstairs for some stupid reason and totally forgot I brought it up there, which sounds like a total me thing I would do. Anyway, let's rip these caps off. That'll make me feel a bit better. So we're going to use some hot air here. Hurricane. New Jersey, you must rush down to the basement. You can only fit one of... Oh, you can only fit everything you want to save. 3 plastic crates. What do you save? Everything. 26 cents. Someone pay up. Hey, Sean has a gun. You're always wise to bet in that direction. Oh God. I've like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pairs of tweezers right now. I have a lot of tweezers right now, but no scalpel. So 11. Ah. Oh my gosh. For a long time. That means you just like the Be Right Back music. Admit it. That's fine. That's fine. Is that turned on yet? No. Why is there no power to the this thingamajig? Oh, because it's unplugged. There we go. I bet you're going to step on it during this stream. Oh, that'll be painful. Where's my scalpel? Oh, God. Sharpen the tweezers. We'll get by. All right, so what I'm going to do here is turn on the soldering iron. And we're just going to freshen up the solder on some of these capacitors because these old ones that are old and crummy and sticky, it's just a pain in the butt to get off sometimes. So yeah, I mean, just look at that. So I'm going to try cleaning them a little bit and just see if we could persuade them. Oh, look at that. Just look at that. I just nudged it and it's off now. Well, that cap wasn't doing its job. It failed the burn-in test. That means I win. He's cheap. Oh, God. Well, that proves another point. You have to be gentle. Because look at that. I was being gentle, folks. I was being gentle. The chip just flew off. Let's use one of my dozens of tweezers here. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's going to be fun. Bruce, remember you said it would be easy or something? I chatted you before the stream. You're like, TCI, piece of cake. Oh, God. Oh, the humanity. Oh, this is terrible. Well, this can only go well. Come for the computers, stay for the pain and frustration. Let's put 5 Rossmans of flux on there. And just make this board wish it was never born. Oh, yeah, the crusties. Oh, yeah. Oh, that smells awful. Holy crap, that's terrible. Let's see how many of these pads we actually ripped off. It's hard to tell because there's so much crud. It's very hard to tell right now. Walk in the park. Is that uphill or being chased by a biplane shooting a machine gun at you, Bruce? Oh, this is so crusty. It's not even... Oh, this is terrible. We're only now finally getting some traction here. Looks like all of these pads are actually still there. It was just that the solder was so eaten away that it just, like, it didn't even hold on anymore. Bye! Oh, yeah, look at all that crud. Reverse reloaded board. No, Colin. Why are all my friends shouting terrible things into the universe? I thought you liked me. Oh, God. Well, we're getting somewhere. I'm going to have to turn this fume extractor on in a moment because, yeah. Well, I think all the pads are there. Maybe if I keep scrubbing, they'll all disintegrate, but, how about that? Make your content better. Let's turn all of the outlets on at the same time. I think that'll make my content much better. We can't see Steve anymore. That's the point. Alright, let's put this fume extractor in a position where it might actually do something. Ow, I just stabbed myself with a processor. Oh, this thing has to be plugged in for it to work, huh? Oh, Lord. And an eyepiece of a microscope fell off. What the heck is going on today? Ugh. And I do apologize if you could hear that noise. It just means I won't die as soon in life, hopefully. So, it's a good noise. Hey, Neb. How's it going? I'm doing okay. Hopefully you're okay. Oh, I'm bleeding. That's great. Not a lot. I don't know where a pocket knife would be, but appreciate the thoughts. Healing thoughts. Let's get this darn thing closer. Everything's gonna fall off my desk. Anywho. First time tuning in, well, you just came across whatever the heck is wrong with this poor logic board. I know exactly what's wrong with it. It's sad. So this is a Macintosh IIci computer for anybody who just tuned in. And we were replacing the capacitors, or just scrubbing along, and this cap just fell right off. And this chip just fell right off. It just tells you how bad the corrosion is on this system. So I think we have a lot of fun to look forward to here, for better or worse. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to add some flux to this board, and just going to keep heating up this area with solder to try and get some of that gunk off. Steak knives. Oh, my wife would love me using our nice steak knives. This board. Honey, why are all of our knives dull? I told you lately how pretty you are. I think it's time to buy you a new dress. Oh, yeah, that pad just came off because I'm an idiot. See? At least one of the pads came. Oh, that one might have maybe gone too. Oh, let's just go for broke here. Just rip all of the pads off the dang board. And then we'll know that I'm an idiot. Lifted pads. There's this crud that's on here, and it won't even like get loose. I'm gonna try and go over these lightly. But there's just a lot of crud in this area. Yeah, that one's definitely gone, and so is that. That's okay, the box is empty. Lead salts taste good. Yeah, that's a great idea, Garth. I'm forgetting my ways. Haven't soldered in, why did I sound like that? Haven't soldered in a few weeks. I know this solder wick is used up quite a bit, so let's try. Fingers are burning. Time to use the tweezers. First off, let's just get this stupid cap out of the way, because I've been like trying not to hit it, and I'm not going to bother using hot air because this board doesn't like me and I don't like it. So let's just, let's make it unhappy without burning my fume extractor, which is dangerously close to the solder gun. This one should come off pretty easily, as long as we could actually melt some of that solder. GPT. Yeah, there's a lot of awful corrosion and gunk on this board. And I'm at 420 degrees Celsius. I'm not messing around here. And this is still putting up quite a fight. I'm in danger. No Mac 84s were hard in the filming of this episode. There we go. There was just so much crud. Oh, God, disgusting. Remember that Mac 84 stream where he ripped off all the pads? There we go. Who wants a slightly used capacitor? Oh, we're all joking around here. I think the board will work fine. I think it's going to put up a heck of a fight, and I'm going to have to put a lot of new traces on here. But overall, from what I've seen so far, it does seem salvageable. Crust. Oh yeah, that's great. We're just burning the silk screen off the board here because you know what? That's what we do sometimes here at Mac 84. We make mistakes. I mean, that doesn't look too bad, but it's pretty bad. Less disappointment. Oh boy. Well, use some of the wick on there again. Let me clip off the end of that so I have a good starting point here. And if my tweezers just want to magically show up, I mean my scalpel just wants to magically show up during this stream, I'll allow it. Cat fall down, go boom. Oh, CompuFood, how's it going? Yeah, I think you're to blame. I'll blame you. Nah, I'm just kidding. Ugh. Good thing this is my board and not repair for anybody else. Maybe those are just gone too. I really can't tell. Because they could just be so blackened with crud from previous, you know. Fun times. I regret my decision to stream today. No, those appear to be there. These are totally gone because you can see under them. At least we only got 1 and 2. Well, that's gonna test my tweezer skills. Let's get these damn caps out of the way first. Yatakaya or Kia, I cannot pronounce that because I'm an idiot. The board looks very happy, healthy. I'm glad it does. Thank you for the super chat. Eep! Looks fishy. It is fishy. Very fishy. Gut Bomb, I swear I'm gaining weight every single time you mention me having a sweet because I have poor impulse control. As is evidenced by my entire Macintosh collection. That image writer has a new hat. I need it. Image writer with a new hat. Oh boy. Oh, Mac Plus. That's a great one. These caps, they're really not bad. I'm just joking around here. They are very crusty and they are very annoying, but I don't think we'll be in too much of a fight here. I think the chips are going to be more of our problem. I think the issue here is these solder is just so corroded and cruddy that we are having a hard time getting things hot enough because that solder just has a bunch of crust on it. And so we can't really melt the solder if there's all this crap on it. And you sort of have to put pressure, but you know, you can damage things like that if you're not smart enough like me. Oh, Joe just gave me a super chat. Eep! Hi, Joe. Thank you for paying for Mac 84's product placement, where we almost have 84 people watching right now. So Joe's Computer Museum, thank you very much for the super chat, says, Steve, where can people get a Blue SCSI or Pico Gus and other cool stuff? The internet, but more specifically on the internet. Joe, put your website on the thingamajig so people can just click on it. Don't forget the HTTP thingamajig. So Joe, my friend Joe here, from Joe's Computer Museum, who has been very, very kind and good to me, sells a bunch of cool things on their website. Everything from Blue SCSIs to the brand new Pico Gus to 3D printed thingamajigs and cool battery and header extension stuff for your compact Macs like my friend Ron from Ron's Computer Videos designed. All available on jcm-1.com. I am a repeat offender of a shopper from his website. I have many boxes in my basement with his logo on it. So I could tell you, as someone who spent a lot of money at Joe's store, that he has some quality stuff there. And go check it out. He even has some Apple II stuff there, Apple III stuff there, little composite video adapters, little tiny comps. Joe, how many Pico Gus's you got currently? Because I have a sense you're gonna sell out. So the Pico Gus is an emulator for the, I think it's the original Sound Blaster. I'm not really a PC guy, but I did pick one up because I'm very curious about it. I have a PC with a sound card, and I thought, you know what? Let's put a sound card in there. And the Pico Gus is a new project, and Joe is selling them on his shop. He's not the creator of it, but he's selling it with the creator's blessing. And I think it's a really cool project, so I hope to check that out sometime soon. We are burning into the plastic of this capacitor because why the heck not? And it's almost there. What is this internet you speak of? Sound Blaster, Gravis Ultrasound, AdLib, and a USB joystick, all for a low price of one quality item? What? That sounds too good to be true. Joe, now we have to just do a full-on infomercial. I'm just doing this the hard way. That's okay. Oh yeah, look at all that crud. Ugh. Oh, you can't see. Oh, I'm sorry. Look at all that crud. Look at all that. That's why the solder was not melting. Only $45. I spent more on that for a crappy sound card. And it's new, and you're supporting the community and cool people? Sign me up. The amount of crud on this board. Yeah, you know it's bad when you touch something with a soldering iron and like little hats come off? And just like old crud. Been sitting on the... Yeah. Little crud, little scabs. They're like solder scabs. I'm destroying that trace, I'm sure. That's okay. We don't need all those traces. I'm not going to eat all that watermelon. Alright. Let's tackle this one. I'm doing these manually because, I don't know. I really shouldn't. I really should just be blasting hot air at this and cursing into the wind. Oh, dropped a screwdriver on my parts. At least it wasn't a scalpel. I realized I'm streaming over the Retro Maccast, or at least I was an hour ago, or a few minutes ago. Great podcast. They do a stream on YouTube, and how are we an hour in, and I'm still fussing with this one area? That's because it's a very bad area. The rest of the board should be fairly okay. There's some greenies here and there. But this one just like got hit with an ugly stick. You may be saying to yourself, well, Steven, why don't you just twist and pull these caps off? And then I remember that my microscope is never in the center view where the camera is pointing, so I apologize. I don't want to cause more damage to this thing. We already damaged this thing enough. Whee! There goes a capacitor on my pants. Ouch, hot. I would like not to hurt this, despite our jokes. Oh, all this old crud. This thing is gonna need a bath for sure. It's gonna need a nice ultrasonic clean to soothe away all of the pain and suffering. Ugh. 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 There's no comment. Oh boy. Yeah, look at this. I'm just poking at things with these tweezers. And that is just absolutely disgusting. I'm trying to remember the last time I used my scalpel. I really can't remember. Oh well. Let's try and freshen these up just a little bit to like persuade them from coming off of the board. And then we're going to use the hot air. I'm just freshening things up as best I can. I have replacement chips, so I'm not overly concerned if I break one of these legs. You don't want to have to intentionally. It'd be funny if we could still get these things to work, even after the terrible shape they're in. But it's also one of those things of, is it worth cleaning and repairing and fixing this 40-cent, you know, little circuit thing? This little chip guy? Maybe? But if they're for replacements and I have a boatload of them, just use the replacements. Watch that I'll be secretly misremembering what I actually have. And I won't have any replacements for them. Oh, that is awful. Oh, just look at that. Oh, God. It's actually not that fishy right now. It looks terrible. But it's not too fishy. The thing is, you got to keep cleaning because all that gunk that you release from heating this up, all of the crud that's between the layers of the solder and all that stuff, it's going to prevent you from heating up the solder itself. So, just going to keep at it here. And I don't think we're going to cause any solder bridges of any importance at this point, so I'm just slapping a whole lot of solder on the edge of my tip here and just going to town. The heat and the solder is clearing things up, it looks like, but we are still having a lot of crud here. Look at that hot bubbling action. It was not in the ocean. This was just sitting on someone's desk. Not even in an attic or anything. And this is what happens with older computers. Batteries leak, capacitors leak, and you don't want to plug them in as soon as you get them. You want to inspect them, and inspect them well, because if I would have just plugged this thing into power and tried to turn it on, I would have likely made the problem worse. Or at least saw some fireworks, you know. Hot bubbling action, 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 action. Hey, Tom has a coat. Possibly. I cannot disclose my celebrity client's name. He may live in a pineapple under the sea. That's all I'm willing to say at this time. I think it's time to use the hot air gun. Which means the microscope has to go away. And we're going to use the above camera view, if that wants to work. Above camera, go. That's slightly out of the way. We're focusing on this area here. You can't really see it, but it's right there. Just power with the machine, you'll get dang fireworks. But I like pyro. Pyro's a good screensaver. Who lives in a workshop under the sea? Mac84 TV! Who loves the smell of capacitors and rat pee? Mac84 TV! Who rips pads off and eats those chips? Mac84 TV! Who's near 20,000 subscribers and don't give a hoot? Mac84 TV! Sorry, I had to do it. Joe, when has I never had it? When have I ever had it? Thank you, Sean. Ooh, Sean has a little check mark next to his name. He's fancy. the lights are flickering, so if my stream goes out, it's because I'm pushing the heat gun and the electricity on this bench too much. Let me add some more flux here. I've been checked out, okay. Oh, I thought it meant somebody checked you out at the library. I know what it actually means, but it's funnier to assume. Well, you know what's funny? I actually didn't know what it meant at first, and I'm like, what does this guy with the check mark mean? I'm like, oh, they're one of them fancy YouTubers with a lot of subscribers and stuff. Alright, that's one chip gone, and oh my god, does it look terrible underneath. We'll zoom into that in a moment. That one came off pretty quietly. You're all in for a treat. My goodness, this looks awful. This looks absolutely awful. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. You guys ready? Beware, folks. This is not for the faint of heart. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh. Ready for the digital TV transition. Oh, boy. It's pretty nasty, don't you think? And, this was the chip that lived under it. What does that smell like? It smells like sadness. That's what it smells like. Oh, boy. I think I might be using those spare chips I have. At least on this one. Oh, goodness. Surprised that actually came. Look at all the gunk that's left behind. Ooh. Ooh. It's our combined sadness. Let's just say that. There's a lot of sadness going around. We could share. There's plenty to go around. It's going to be 10 o'clock soon, and I am no soon closer to fixing this thing. I wonder if some of the pads got ripped off here too. I mean, once we're slapping caps on here, we'll be. Oh, that's corroded there. That's nice. That's gonna need a trace repair. I don't think I've ever had this much corrosion under these chips. I mean, it's been pretty bad in some cases, but never as bad as this. And in comparison here, this is how it should look. That's a good one. This is a good one. This is fine. But what was next to these? Capacitors. And that's exactly what happened. They leaked and went bleh. And destroyed all this stuff. Ugh. Just look at that. Ready for a power-up test. Why isn't it working? Let me call AppleCare. Yeah, Bruce does some great videos on a bunch of stuff, and I've learned a bunch from him. So thank you, Bruce. My good old pal, Bruce. He cries. Oh, God. And this is what happens when computers sit around for 35 years. Actually, this is more like 40 years old. Over 40 years old. I keep thinking the original Mac is not 40 yet, but it is. And so this is like, what, 45? No. No, this one I think is around 35. But this is 86, 87? I always get it confused with the 2CX. Bruce will know. He's a smart cookie. 89? Yeah, something like that. I'm older than the computer. I'll just say that. I knew that pad was going to come off. I knew I was being a bit too aggressive. Does that pad actually go anywhere? Is it just one of those bonus pads? Oh, good. It's a bonus pad. That doesn't go anywhere. We don't care about that. This whole area is disgusting. Ugh. It's looking a little bit better. Let's do us a little favor and let's rip off some caps and then we'll come back and clean this up. Lick the forbidden goo. Steve was hospitalized tonight after licking the forbidden goo. His wife was reached for comment when she just rolled her eyes and audibly sighed. Oh man, this one's gonna be fun. Look at all that crust and gunk. It's right next to some plastic too. This is gonna be fun. At this point in time, I would like to remind people, if you like seeing me make an ass out of myself, I do it even more on Patreon. I didn't release a video yet, but there's a little clip I'm doing of the video I'm currently working on, which involves this Mac. And let's just say I did silly things when I was adjusting the camera and setting things up. This board is not the biggest board I've had on the bench, but it's still awkward. I'll see you later, Eric. Thank you for stopping by. I'm just not using hot air on this one because it's so close to that plastic and I know I'm just going to melt the crap out of it. It's only a short song. Available from iTunes, wherever the Mac 84 albums are sold. Oh, this one smells awful. That's probably also because I'm shoving into the plastic here because the solder that's exposed is just not melting or doing anything at all. There we go. It's a bit better. I'm gonna melt plastic anyway. It's just... Can I melt a smaller amount of plastic? There we go. That actually wasn't that bad underneath. Just a thin layer of crud. But that's what you have to be careful with. With these old crusty pads, they will just come up from the board, surprisingly with not a lot of effort. And that's just one more trace you got to fix. And look at that there. That's a little bit crusty. You can't really see it. But right here, I'm going to scrape it away. It almost looked like there was no connection. Yeah, I think that temporarily fixed Sean's problem, but I don't think it fixed it 100%. Unfortunately, those flyback transformers and those analog boards are not really the most reliable thing. Those slot load iMacs did not have a fan, so they just cooked themselves pretty damn easily. And I hate to say it. I mean, I have a garage with at least a dozen of them in there, and I don't know if any of them will actually work. Which leads me to the question, why the hell are you holding on to these things, Steve? Because they don't make them anymore. Maybe one day I'll play around with it. Son, do you have any interest in these 70-year-old Macintosh computers? What's a computer? In the trash they go. That's a good song. My CRT gets zappy now and again. Oh yeah. My CRT gets zappy now and again. My old friend. Could it be the flyback transformer? Or maybe the anode cap? Or could it just be that analog board and 17 years of dust and crap? Well... At least I'm having a good time. If I can't fix this board, at least I'm torturing it with my singing. I cannot speak, like, regularly. Wow, that was a sentence. See, I go through these periods of time where my brain is just like derp, and I can't even form a full sentence. And then I'll just, like, pull rhymes on my butt like that, so... Yeah. It's a give and take. Sometime brain work good. Other time brain unhappy. Brain gets sad. Got a little bit of corrosion there too. Guess I'm just using these old pair of tweezers to scrape off everything. Actually, that chip doesn't look bad. It's a little crusty, but I'll clean up okay. I'll enjoy the musical segment. I'm glad you are, because I can't turn it off. Cannot speak like regularly. Mac 84 for president. He cannot speak regularly. Oh God, look at this. Look at all this crap. Ugh. Look at all this crud here. Let's see if this just comes off with some alcohol. Yeah, look at how much that just brightens up everyone's day. Yeah, I don't know if I've really tortured my my non-live viewers with musical tunes. I've done some YouTube shorts. I just assume nobody watches those anyway. I just loved the backlash from that. You can't make me watch videos in a portrait orientation. Alright, then don't. It's a feature, and if I'm going to compete with the likes of anybody else using this platform, I may use it once in a while. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. It's a tool that I'm given to try and promote my channel. YouTube doesn't make it easy. There's a lot of other people out there that have a better reach with algorithms and junk like that. I don't really do clickbaity videos. I don't cover the hottest tech. I'm not some dude with a punchable face. At least I hope not. So, it's what it is. I didn't invent the feature. I don't even use it that often. If I have a silly idea, I might do it. Oh, look, it's a hair on the board. How about that? Is it one of mine? Probably. There's that that resettable fuse, which is like disgusting. Oh. My review of it would be me yelling at it like 3 times. What's on my calendar today? What's on my calendar today? What's on my calendar today? Dear Steve, we'd like to take the review unit back from you for retooling. You know, it's just like, there's these certain folks on YouTube who will do a video about rumors. And I get why they're playing the game and doing this. I get why. But, like, the one thing that could be certain with Apple is you never know what Apple's going to do. You could guess, you could have broad strokes of ideas, but you never... Thank you, Bruce. I'm so glad you feel that way. You could never accurately predict what Apple is doing. So all these rumor sites, all these YouTubers be like, oh, the iPhone 27 is definitely going to have this feature, guys. And this is why you got to stay tuned to this video. Every other word out of their mouth in that video is, apparently, we hear that. Like you know, all these questionable things, you know, rumor has it that, but it's like, yeah, no, none of this stuff is coming true. This is all BS. And they get views because every 12-year-old who has, you know, a Christmas list or a birthday or something, they're like, I want the latest phone because I wanted to do it, and they're curious. And yeah, I mean, yeah, there are sometimes credible leaks and stuff like that, but, you know, you look at some of these people's thumbnails and their titles of their video, you think that, you know, they snuck into one of Apple's factories and, you know, they have a scoop. Well, they don't. But sadly, a lot of people click on those, and, yeah, thank goodness I'm not competing with any of that. Thankfully, all this old stuff is... There's a lot of cool discoveries still to be had with this old stuff, but, different audience. Just for better or worse. I've seen some silly things out there. It's just, I calls them like I sees them. I'm going to use the hot air for the rest of them, but actually I could use on this one too. Let's just do, yeah, why not? It's, you know, let me just prod this one a little bit. So I just like to ease them up a bit before the hot air, especially when they're this crusty. And then it just means it's a little bit easier to get the stupid caps off. We'll see if that works. Yeah, I have a few more Macs I could unbox, but nothing like those classic unboxing videos you're probably referring to. I have classic Macs to unbox. I have a Quadra 610, but it's sort of in pieces. Oh boy. Simpler times. And that cap is off the board. That. What's your favorite Mac 6800? Hold on, let me concentrate on this for a second. Mac 6, there wasn't a 6800. Oh, you mean the processor? Yeah, the 68040 is a good one. I thought you meant like a model. I was like, wait a second. what happens when you briefly read the chat as you're trying to do other things. Hopefully that landed in the trash, or I'm going to step on it later. Oh, that was funny. So I twisted this cap off, which almost exploded. And as I'm twisting it, little solder beads are shooting out on all sides. Oh, boy. Yeah, it was also at the time of where, you know, they were eco-conscious and stuff, but they were also like, let's just make this box look pretty. And use a bunch of paper and such, and now they're a little bit more environmentally friendly, I suppose. It twitches at the... Yeah, my friend John here just went through a whole thing with one of those systems. You beat it, though. Good on you. Alright, so let's clean this area up, because this whole thing needs a good cleaning. So I'm just getting a toothbrush here with some isopropyl alcohol. And we'll get a closer look at some of those traces in a bit. I think they're okay, but just this whole area. All those caps did not do this area any favors. Let's zoom out there. There we go. You can see a bunch of little solder balls on here. Thankfully, nothing has fallen off as I'm brushing it. That's a good sign. Those clamshells are great. I own all of the colors of them, even the key lime one, which is the absolute best. It's also like the most hard to find because it was the built-to-order option, which meant it was only available on Apple stores or through select retailers. So, you know, you couldn't just go into a store and pick it up. My favorite, because it's obnoxiously green, and I think green is one of my favorite colors. Well, I know it is, but it's my personal opinion. Can't go wrong with blueberry or tangerine. Indigo is okay as well, but there's just something about that key line. And now we're back to the sad area of the board. Oh boy. So just catching up on the chat. Sorry, I'm just like sort of heads down. Almost 10 o'clock. That half hour just went by like that. Let's see if we could slap some chips and caps on this board and make it happy within the next hour, huh? I really wish I knew where my scalpel was. I'll order another handle tonight. I'll buy it off Amazon, it'll come in the mail, and I'll promptly lose it, just like I did the last one. Oh boy. Let's do some continuity testing. Why the heck not? Got my multimeter here. Hello there, Dana. How you doing? Wait till you see this, Dana. You're gonna cry. Like, so here's a pad of where a chip went, and here's what that chip looked like. For comparison, here's what a non-crummy chip is supposed to look like. Oh boy. That's why when I see something on Facebook Marketplace, like someone selling an old Mac or something, or someone like, oh no, it's, you know, this one's in mint condition, man. It's in excellent condition. You still don't know what the hell it's going to look like on the inside. And these treasures await you if you're stupid enough to buy them sight unseen. Yep, that's a break there, I believe. Nope. What, this one? This looks definitely like there's a break. Oh, that's all cruddy. Oh, how about that? Looks like crap, but it's still conductive. Where's this one even supposed to go? I guess here? Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, that's actually not too bad. Ugh. I mean, it's a lot of crud, but they're all actually still connected. Except where, you know, the pads got slightly moved. Clean these up too. Let's get a better look at this here. Oh, God. Who did this to you? Oh. Where did I put my scalpel? I wanted to poke at this some more. I need the gentle nudge of my scalpel to make those problems no more. I could probably just, like, do a stupid thing here. Which is... where did I put that thing? I just had it. Hold on. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, using the multimeter as a scalpel is not one of my best ideas here. It's gonna come back to haunt me. We'd use a reefer cap as a scalpel and make gut bomb blush. Oh, what the heck. I got alcohol all over my hand. I guess I'll just use these tweezers. Closest thing I have at the moment. I just need to nudge all this dirt away. Metal shards everywhere. Here at Mac 84, we do stupid things. Please don't do stupid things on your own. We are trained stupid professionals. Oh, look at that. Ugh. I did buy one, and then I promptly lost it before I even brought it downstairs, because I bought it, like, around the holidays. And then my wife asked me to move a box, because it was in the hallway. And I moved the box, and, guess what was in that box? The spare scalpel handle. Now, I have spare scalpel blades. don't entirely want to use them without the handle, because that just is an open invitation for me to do stupid things. But I mean, there's nothing I'm doing to these pads that time has not already done. That pad was like, please, just let me die. I was like, no. This is hurting my wrist. You need to dare to be stupid, dare to be stupid. Alright, so let's clean up this area here. So hopefully we could get some fix and action going on soon as most of this crud is off of here. Doesn't need to look perfect. But there's a lot of dirt and crud in this area, especially after scraping off all that crap. And we want most of that gone. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Just fill it in. It's fine. Just put like a pound of solder mask on it. That'll just buff out. At least somebody got my Weird Al reference, thank you. Yeah, these look a bit suspicious as well. I don't think they're bad, it's just that when solder cracks like that, you often are not making a good connection, and it would help if my soldering iron was turned on. Yeah, I'm glad you and Dana got a copy for it. Got about 81 people watching. Thank you very much for sticking with me here on this Monday that is surely a Monday. As evidenced by my brain activity. Oh, this is something funny that happened today. And hopefully some of you will find the irony and amusement in it as well. But I'm working with our local township to put up a shed in the backyard, and you got to get a permit and all this junk. And because it's local township ordinances, nothing is ever straightforward or easy. But the folks there have been pretty nice. And long story short, I got a zoning permit or whatever for the shed we're getting. And the next step is a construction permit, which the people who are building it or delivering it have to fill out, if they're putting a cement pad down and the dimensions of things and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, great. So I'll call up the people who I'm getting the shed from, and one of the guys there said he would help me fill out the permit form. And I'm like, great. I'm just going to call, and I could get that done today, and that would be great. So I give the guy a call. And I introduced who I am, and I'm saying, hi, I talked to so-and-so. We selected a shed size. I just need you to help me fill out this construction permit. And in a typical, New Jersey, New York accent, the guy's like, construction permit? I've never heard of no construction permit. Oh, I don't know what to do with that. And I'm thinking to myself, you're a place that sells sheds and custom sheds and backyard stuff. How do you not know what a construction permit is? Jeez. More for storage. I don't think it's going to be a workshop. I mean, especially with the summers we've been having, I don't think that would be a wise idea. But for storage, and maybe like a little workbench or something like that. We'll see. There'll certainly be enough room in there for shenanigans if I wanted to, but I just found that hilarious. You are literally in a business adjacent to construction, and every town in this area, or the state rather, requires a permit of some kind. And you can't just be like, oh, I don't know what's a permit. It's like... it's ridiculous. Yes, give me more of a confidence-boosting answer, please. Thank you. Yeah, so this is not adhering because of all the dirt. Yeah, I mean, look, you do what you want to do. If you're one of those townships where you know, just hey, just do this. Who cares? More power to you. If you're never going to sell your house or worry about that crap when the time comes, you do you. But I mean, it's a nominal fee to do it correctly, and it's one of the things where we don't want to have to worry about anything ever happening, anybody ever questioning it. One of the neighbors or who knows. So it's like, yeah, we'll just do it on the up and up. It's fine. But I just found that hilarious. Thankfully, the other person I've been dealing with there primarily has been nothing short of helpful and answering all my stupid questions and everything. Yeah, that's just full of gunk. That's why nothing is adhering there. Ugh. That's the other thing here, folks. If you're soldering, make sure it's clean. That's why I was so eager to scrape off all that gunk before, because you could get something as hot as anything. It's not going to adhere if there's a lot of dirt and grime involved. Yeah, it should be okay. Just start shuffling. Oh boy. Are you serious? That's not connected? Oh, we have to look closer, I assume, here? Oh, boy. Even the tiniest of things can go wrong. Yeah, that does not look like it's happy still. Use some of the solder wick here and just sort of... You could see that's at least I can see, that's just not doing what it's supposed to be doing. There's just a ton of crud there. Let's just take this whole component off and clean the other side. There we go. Put you over here so I don't lose you. Famous last words. See ya, Dana. Come back soon, please. You don't want to miss me do a lot of work on this and then not work and me curse at it later. Oh yeah, just look at all that crud that was there. Much better. Much, much better. Oh no! That can't be happening. No! I was holding it with the tweezer and I squeezed too hard. And the little component went flying. Where did you go? Oh, come on. That's just cruel, man. Which direction did it go to? Oh... Why do I even bother live streaming anymore? Damn it. Oh, there it is. Thank goodness it hit a chip. Yay. Did I break any legs off? I hope not. Be extra careful with this now. Now that one side is still a bit crummy. I'm going to try and clean that off a little bit. Which is hard to do without tweezers. Okay, it's just a little cruddy. Alright, let's be extra super duper careful this time. Just see how tiny this little component is. Whee! I think I do have some spares of these, but it might not be the exact value. So, put some flux over there too. I'll give you a little comb over. Range of emotions. Mac84's live streams. You'll laugh, you'll cry again, you'll turn the volume off, you'll get a snack, you'll fall asleep, you'll vow never to return, but you'll come back. Is that the most elegant repair? No, but if it works, it works. And I can't pull the solder because it's stuck on the thing. There we go. Even the smallest things are giving me trouble today. With my own repairs to get to. We got some time here. So the fun part will be getting all of this clean enough to put some chips back on here. So I'm going to just fill it with flux and we're going to do our darndest here. Yeah, make sure this is in focus for you all. Sorry. Yes, Keith. I was telling everybody before. All right, Keith, you wanna have some fun here? So you know the machine looked pretty good on the outside, right? I'm going to show you one of the components that we're battling with here, because these chips fell off when I looked at them. That's one of them, and that looks pretty crusty. And it should not look like that. It should look like this. It's absolutely terrible. We sneezed and a capacitor fell off, you know, so this thing requires some extra care and handling. Poor little guy. To prevent fall apart, you know. So, yes. But I am pretty confident we can repair it. I've had to do a repair in these areas before on this particular unit. As I said at the top of the live stream, this area has 4 capacitors and 3 chips. And this is what we call the startup circuitry, because its circuitry is what helps the Macintosh go through the power on process and all that junk. And unfortunately those caps love to leak, and they love to leak specifically in this area and cause damage. It damaged the pads on these chips. Here, this one's okay, but these 2 I had to remove. These 3 caps and this cap here, of course, were removed. So hopefully, oh no, we didn't even apply power to it. That's the whole point of looking at these things beforehand, because I knew just by the nature of these specific models that these are a common issue, and I knew I was too foolish enough to try and even turn it on. Would have made it much worse. Things would have been sizzle, pop, who knows. It was pretty darn bad. But hopefully we'll get some of this solder to stick. I don't know where my scalpel is, so we're working at a bit of a disadvantage tonight. It's just my own stupidity, really. But hopefully we could fix up some of these breaks that we noticed. And I do have some of those replacement chips because I think one of those is just too far gone. And it would just introduce another questionable thing, you know. Is it a problem with the computer? Is it a problem with this or that? So, yeah. But glad you could stop by, Keith. Always appreciate your otherwise would have been sent to e-waste goodies. Try and give him a second chance here, even if it's kicking and screaming the whole way. So I think we're ready to attempt to at least fix up these two pads in this area here. At least the best of my abilities. No, the sound chip, thankfully, these are just standard little circuits. You can buy them off Mauser or DigiKey. I don't have the labels or names for them right here. But these are just standard little circuits. Whatever they... ICs is the proper term. And you can still buy them today. Thankfully. But we can reuse some of them. The one that was not screwed up. I am going to clean up the solder here. So we can put some fresh solder down. This is what those pads are supposed to look like, folks. And yes, it is a bit of a weird thing to put solder on just to scrape it off again. But I think we do need to do that here in a few places to make sure we have as much of a chance of reconnecting these things without issue as possible. It also helps get a lot of that grime that we've been trying to get all off of this board. It's been a journey. Especially without the scalpel. That thing is a great tool, and I have one. I have another one somewhere, so you don't gotta go buy me one or anything, folks. I just I misplace things. That's what happens. Yes, Keith brought the crust into my life. I willingly accepted the crust. I willingly accepted it. Alright, Lord of Nothing, take care. So the sound chip on this one, I think, is actually labeled. So we actually have, if we move along here, we have the serial chips over here. And then we have the right and left sound. This is one of the sound chips here. And the right sound chip is right there. So we have stereo sound. And I dropped a tool on the thing. Alright, so let's try and put one of these chips back on. I do have a great website resource for this. And that is recapamac.com or recapamac.com.au. And my good friend Bruce at Brankers Creations runs this site. I'm going to switch over the camera real quick. And we're going to jump to that view. I'm so disorganized here. There it is. We're going to go to... There we go. Click OK. Ah, oops. We're not even... we're not even all centered there. There we go. This is Bruce's website. Excellent resource. He has all the capacitor listings for this one. So we have a few axial capacitors. We won't bother. They look okay today. But we have, let's see, 8 47 microfarad 16 volt capacitors and 2 10 microfarad 16 volt capacitors. And if we zoom in on this beautiful high quality picture here that Bruce takes with all of his boards, we can actually zoom in, hopefully. And we can almost read the labels of those chips there. So these are the 3 chips here. You can't see my cursor, but they're to the left of those purple capacitors near the center left portion of the screen. So yeah, that's what we're going to be looking at here. Yeah, Adrian and I have had very similar battles, unfortunately. A lot of us like to say the easiest computers that were to be repaired have already been repaired. Now it's all the crusty ones, all the ones that are very sad. And I actually forget which of these chips go where. Because I believe 2 of them match, and the third one's the odd man out. Bruce would know. If I say Bruce's name enough times, Bruce will come back. Dan! Hi, Dan. How you doing, Dan? Hopefully you're well. Now that Dan is here, I have to scare him also with the horrors of this computer. Let's go back to the microscope view here, which I can't do because that's the. Okay. Look at that beautiful chip right here. That came off the board like that. We just breathed on it. And that's what a normal one should look like. Bruce, do you remember the sequence of these? I could probably just grab another 2CI board. I only have like 5 of them, but I'm trying to remember the exact sequence of which chips go where. I'm gonna just grab one because it's easier. I'll be right back. Alright, I got my 2CI here. At least I hope it's a 2CI. Yes. No soft power. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. So this was one I fixed previously, and I guess we still had a problem with it, and I did not bother to fix it. Or is this the... No, that's not that one. Anyway, let's take a look here. So we have 3 different chips here. We have... HC132 and HC132, and look at that. I forgot, it even says it on the silk screen. So yeah, these are HC132 chips, both of them, and then this one here is a HC74. So that's gives us some tips here. So the one chip that was not horribly damaged, I believe, is the HC174. And yes, 74HC, close enough. Let's not try and break those pins. And we could put this back just like we wanted to right there. Now, I do need 2 other chips. So let me dig those out, because I think I have a little baggie of them. They're in either one of 2 places, so just give me a moment, we'll dig for them. Lift up this bin here. So a bunch of axial capacitors here. A bunch of reefer caps. These are UD8 chips for the Mac SE30, so that's not it, but we're getting closer. That's fun, Carl. My friend Ron of Ron's Computer Videos just did a video on that specific machine, so if you want some nostalgia, go watch that. He did a great little short video just covering that system, which I if you would have told me there was a Quadra or Performa 640, I would have been like, no, there's not, because it's just one of those oddball systems you don't really hear about. Where did I put that container? I see the lid for it. Oh, there. I'm doing okay. Everything is working garage. How are you? So those are other capacitors that I don't need right now. We are certainly currently searching for replacement chips here. These are resistor nets for something. These are HC2221s. And these are 132s. That's not it. Those are for something else. And usually I label the numbers. I label the little package that comes in so I remember what they're for. These are HC74s, okay. And yep, there we go. Macintosh IIci startup chips. Even had the darn thing underlined. How about that? I didn't drill a hole through the board yet. That hole was there. That's a factory hole to prevent fall apart. There were 2 chips on here. I don't know where the hell the other one went. Oh, there it is. That one's pretty crusty too. Transition here to the microscope. I mean, that one might clean up well, but it's yeah, we'll give it a shot. I did find my spare chips here, so I'll use at least one of them. But without the scalpel, I don't know if I'm gonna. Oh yeah, look at that. Well, we're gonna see if we can clean this up, huh? What's a live stream without some pain and suffering? Wait, we already had that? Well, we're gonna have more of it. So we're gonna put a nice little dollop of flux there. We're gonna do a count of our tweezers at the end of the show, and I'm sure I've lost a bunch of them already. They just fall everywhere, don't they? How many people we got watching here? Make sure you like and subscribe, folks. I'm almost at 20,000 subscribers. That's pretty nuts to think about. 75-ish. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're going to take some flux here. We're just going to rub the iron gently. And some of these legs may fall off, and if they do, well, we'll just use the chips that we have spares of. But if they still work, despite all of their crust, might still be useful. And just look at that bubble, crust, and yeah, this is where the scalpel will come very much in handy, getting in between those individual legs. And this is why I burn my desk so much. With little operations like this. I mean, this still looks pretty nasty. Would you really want this on your board? Probably not. Don't lick that. What's that, Jeff? You want me to send this to you as a prize? Why did Jeff block me on social media? Oh, it's because I sent him e-waste in the mail. There's just so much crud on these legs. I mean, I think we're getting somewhere slowly, but it's gonna take a little bit. And then you compare yourself with, like, oh, they're like 40 cents on Mauser. Buy new ones. Yeah, this leg might fall off. I don't know. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit closer. Oh, you can see better than I can. Ugh. Just what I need. More questionable hard drives. Oh, look at all that. Ugh. Look at all that crud. Ugh. Yep, this is all corrosion. probably like 20-something years of corrosion. Swing your partner round and round. Get the corrosion before it's doing something. You have to be very careful because you could easily just break off the whole leg of this chip, and then yeah, it might be salvageable, but it's gonna be a heck of a lot more work. Oh, God. And the thing is, you don't want to put this back on the board and have it be all crusty because I run into other problems in the future. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is just nasty. I'll try and clean this up a little bit with a toothbrush now. Oh, yeah. Corrosion, it'll eat through anything. Not too bad. 40-cent. Yeah, but I'm also a hoarder of things. And I also know myself, if I put this aside, I'd probably never clean it up. So, that's not looking too bad. It looks bad under the microscope. And probably not under the microscope, but, you know. Problem is these feet all need to be clean. A scalpel would do wonders here, and I'm bending them, and that's not good for them. Because if these still have gunk on them, they're not going to make a clean connection, and you're not really going to benefit from putting one of these back on. Hey, Mike. Always glad to have your optimism here. I mean, if I had my scalpel... Hold on, I have a dumb idea. Ugh. Ugh. I have a very dumb idea. Don't do this at home, kids. Using tweezers with the scalpel loosely attached to it, but... Oh, that's not a good idea at all. Told you it wasn't. Remember that stream where Steve lost a finger? It's actually easier if I just hold it with my hand and avoid the sharp bits. Yeah, I could clean this up, but I think I'm just going to go with the don't know. This one I think will clean up okay. I don't think I'll bother doing this with the other one. The more I push these legs around, the more they're going to want to fall off. $10. I know. I bought a new one and I misplaced it because I'm an idiot. So that's what I get. All right, let's put one of these down at least and see what happens. Let me just tin this up a little bit. Forgot to do that again after we got all the gunk off of there. Oh, no worries, Sinister Pisces. Have a good one. I think it's chill for everybody but me. Oh boy. Deep fried chips. Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate the jokes and the super chat. I'm going to buy another scalpel handle tonight, so that way I'll have 3 and hopefully not lose all of them. But appreciate it nonetheless. There's always money in the scalpel stand. Love it. Some of these legs are not exactly in their original position, so let's hope all goes well in a moment here. Yeah, I can't even tell which way the little stripe is on this guy. Now I can. Excellent. And I have my other board to refer to. All the stripes are facing the power button. Excellent. Because some of that silk screen has worn away. If this was just a recap, we would have been done an hour ago. Hours ago at this point. Oh, well, it would help if the fume extractor is actually pointing in the direction of the solder. And yes, I am totally overdoing it on this solder, but I want to make sure these are actually connected. That one just doesn't go anywhere, so hopefully that's okay. Hey, 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 this was a free machine. This was a free machine, baby. Brain damage. Yes, that's the word of the day. So here we have to do some trace repair. And that's where the scalpel comes in handy. So that's going there, that's going there, that's going there. Get that chip out of the way so we can work on this one. Holy smokes, it's almost 11. Folks like long live streams because this is turning into one of those. It looks way nastier on a larger display. Yeah, it does that. And we haven't even looked at the power supply yet. That's going to be a whole other pile of noodles. Very sad noodles. I want to get some of that crud out of beneath these vias. We're not going to get all of it out, but the more crud I get out of there, the better I feel about putting things down that are right near this crap. That's not looking too bad, really, all things considered. No, it wasn't filled with anything. In fact, it was just bone stock. Ah, shiver me timbers. See, that's what happens when I try and communicate with people. Goes another trace. Try that again. Kitchen knife. No, I'd get in trouble. I'd get yelled at. I'll burn the enamel off of this wire. And we're going to attach that far away from this trace, because this actually goes there. But we're going to give ourselves some leverage and hopefully a good anchor point here. Yeah, that'll be great, Carl. I still have that board I gotta send back to you, and I promise I will do it one of these days. Hey, look at that. But yeah, any discs anybody ever wants to send me, I archive them and put them on the proper places so other people can enjoy them too. So, always an appreciated donation. Those tweezers are not going to help me. Move on to the next pair. Those aren't going to help me. Move on to the next pair. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Carl. I forgot it's been that long. Life happens. Yay. It is sitting here waiting for you. I apologize. I will try my earnest to get back that back to you like within a week. As Bruce will attest, it's just like one of those things of like actually packing something up and mailing it out. It's just, for whatever reason, it always takes the longest. Alright, so that goes there, and then this guy goes to this guy. This is why I've discontinued my services, because I literally can't keep up, and I hate making people wait, and it's just one of those things. I'll do it once in a while, but yeah. Sorry, Carl. We'll get that out to you real soon. Ourselves plenty of slack there. Alright, so I could put this chip down and then I'll just line up the rest. I am going to grab a brand new one because I don't want to clean up this one, although I will put that in this little bag. There's 6 of them in here. These are the 74s. Right, so then these ones must be the other type. I can't tell. Or did I lose them? That would suck. What did he say? These are also the what the hell? What are these supposed to be? HC 132s. 132s. Okay. Yeah, the other ones are just 74s. Okay. So this one should be okay. Put that right there. Put that back in the bag. Put that there too. Put the crummy one in there. Oh boy. Alright, so let's... This board deserves a new chip now and again, huh? Let's put a bunch of flux down. This one doesn't have a stripe, but it has a little bit of a dot, so we can follow that. And is this going to look pretty? Probably not, but you know what? It's my board, so I don't necessarily care if it looks beautiful. Alright, so I have 4 traces to do here now. Oh, great. Well, thank you very much, Thomas. I'm very glad that you were able to use some of whatever I'm showing here to your advantage to try and fix some stuff, because, you know, this stuff ain't getting any younger, and they're not making any more of it, unfortunately. So we gotta cling on to the parts that we have and try our best to do our repairs. And even some parts that we thought would be around forever, like the Zilog 80 processors, they discontinued them. So one of those things, we just gotta try our best to keep some of these systems alive. Even if it's doing silly things like heating up wires to the side of chips. Sure, that's making a connection, why not? There we go, lift you up a little bit, and that's probably now touching something it shouldn't. Yep, that is certainly loose. Now let's just hope we don't cross any wires here. I should have put some UV solder mask under that, but I just did not really care enough to wait, and yeah. Hopefully we don't have a bridge. We could double check that with our handy multimeter. Hey! Well, we can easily find out here. Nope, they're not crossed. Alright, we have 2 more to go. And the key to all this is a bunch of flux and solder. And steady hands. Which I sometimes have. Other times I don't. Sometimes I do. I should have actually started that from down here, but oh, you know what? Since this goes to the same place, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a trick shot, yo. This is gonna look so ugly. Now that's some proper jank right there. Look at that. Let's make sure that's actually all connected. Thanks, Eric. Alright, let's put some caps on the board and see if this stupid thing wants to work. Oh wait, we have one more chip. Damn it! Got ahead of ourselves. That chip is over here. Thankfully this one's in good shape. Yep, he was here before. This stream started hours ago, and I didn't think it was going to take this long. But also, I did not foresee the horrors that lurked within. Hopefully the worst is behind us. As I jinx myself, you know. Solder all the things. Everything is shiny except this one pin. I mean, it is shiny, but I guess it is connected. We'll find out. Bodge wire here, bodge wire there. Here, bodge there, bodge everywhere, bodge wad. Mac 84 tried to fix a thing. It did not work. Alright, let's slap some caps on here. So we need, I believe, 8 47 microfarads, 16 volts. Let's go to my good friend Bruce's website, recapamac.com. Yes, we need 8 47 16s and 2 10 microfarad 16 volts. Now I have those two right here, so we're going to put those on first. Are these the smallest ones I have? No. I don't believe so, but they'll be okay. I think. We'll soon find out. Famous last words? Maybe. And they're both in this area. Okay, so the first one is right by this little notch there. So yeah, these caps are a little large for this, but we'll make it work. We've done worse. And the positive sign is away from the barcode. I think. Sure. Oh, I really should be using the smaller capacitors in this this scenario. These were just a bit too fat. But we'll do. I don't think that one's going anywhere. That's fine. These are just the only two pain in the butt ones. The rest of the cap should be fairly straightforward, hopefully. You just see how close the size of the cap is to those pads. Oh boy. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's you know, I get used to having to do these things. We'll see if it works. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here. Oh gosh, alright, so the stripe on this one is also pointing in that direction. Let's put some more solder on there. And I do have smaller caps, but I'm going to try and use the ones I have here. Ah, shoot. So I was trying to get the cap all straight and such, and see, that just happened. That's why it's important if you're buying new caps for a project, be very careful of the size. You don't want to just go with whatever size you have, and then realize like, oh crap, like this ain't gonna work out. So I've had to do this before and fairly successful with it, but your mileage may vary. All right, so we have 8 more caps to put on the board. Let's get those out. 47/16s. It would help if this thing actually said what they were. I'm pretty sure these... Yep, there they are. I have quite a lot of them here. No worries, CompuFood. Thank you very much for coming back. Hope you come back again. So we need 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just clip this here. Put this back in our bin. And we have 3 caps to do right here, including this one. Let's just test the continuity of this pad here before we continue. Install NVIDIA Broadcast, make back noise disappear. I'm running on a 2012 Mac Pro. So unfortunately, I do not have the ability to do any Windows nonsense here, or NVIDIA, whatever. That's just not available here. So it's either I die from the poisonous fumes, or there's some background noise. So I do apologize if that is more sensitive to some viewers than others. But I promised my wife I wouldn't kill myself with fumes today. So we're trying to out something new. But thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Good night, Joe. Sorry that this stream is going... Oh my gosh, it's past 11. So make sure it's actually making a connection there. Is that like actually... Is there anything in there anymore? Or is it just dirty and that's why it's not making a good connection? Oh no! I'm not saying I Love Scotch was trying to complain. I did not mean to have that attitude. I'm just literally saying I wish I could, but the system I'm running is quite old and I have some limitations with some of the software and some of the solutions I could use. So, always happy to try and improve the streams and my videos in any way I can. But I could turn this down maybe a little bit. Yeah. Sorry about that. That still might work. We'll see if I keep swallowing any fumes here in a moment. Let's try it. So I find if I don't really crank it up, it doesn't really do much. So let's put the first capacitor where it should be. And it's also the trick of getting the microscope aligned and the fume extractor all in the same spot and all that stuff. See, this cap, it gives me a lot more room to play around with. It's working pretty much. It's not as aggressive sucking up all the air, but the first 47 microfarad cap is on. Yay! Alright, so we have 2 more in this area. So we're going to put those back down. And start placing your bets. Do you think this thing is actually gonna be happy? Will it chime? We'll hopefully find out in a short period of time. Because I'm ready to go on the couch and relax and fall asleep. Or just go right to bed at this point. Bit of an early day tomorrow. Not too bad, but I do have quite a few things I have to get done in the morning. So I didn't expect to stream this long, to be honest, but here we are. I'll have to see, I have these physical constraints here. The soldering iron is right here. And then I have the fume extractor right like a millimeter away from it. So the amount of wiggle room I have with the microscope and everything is a bit tight. But I'll try. I don't see at the end if any of this was worth it. I mean, a Mac 2Ci. I always want to say 2Si. Mac 2Ci I think is always worth it. Soldering with the left hand. Alright, so we have about 5 more caps to go. Let's do the one I always forget about when I do these. Let's swap this all the way over. Yeah, diverting it may be that startup circuitry, because as you can see, it's pretty nasty on this one. But it could be a number of other things. I have one that is also still having problems, and I can't remember what I did with it. You know what the steps I followed rather, but it was still unhappy. Each one of these machines is like a new puzzle. A painful, painful puzzle. Beep goes the multimeter. Yeah, it looks alright. Okay. We have 4 more to go, all in this area. I don't see any trace breaks. It's always possible. There's a lot of crud. I'll give it that. I'll just try and clean it up a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, and I actually should show you this. Let me, which camera can I grab easily? I guess, no, I can't even do, wait, I have my phone. Where's my phone? Oh, I just want to show you something really quick. Almost, Bruce, we're down to the last few caps. I just wanted to do an example here. Because I was talking a little bit about the space or lack thereof of what I sort of am working with here, because I don't think people quite get it. I know Bruce gets it, but let's change to the Wi-Fi camera here. Let me just make sure this is configured. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay, why isn't this app going? Come on. What's wrong with you? Your phone that's fully charged. Quit you and open you up again? What's going on? Loading. Just says loading. Oh, those Apple Talk cards are cool. Alright, so let's say okay. And why don't you want to work now? Activate. There we go. Alright. Oh, there we go. Maybe? Kind of? Alright, so this is what I'm dealing with here. Here's the microscope. Here's the size of my fist. And there's the fume extractor. And yet there's not a lot of wiggle room here. It's all within like 4 inches of space. There's not a lot of height. Yeah, so there's quite constrained proportions here of where I could work with. So, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to illustrate that point. Alright, so let's just heat up some of this stuff to try and get some of this gunk, and then we'll fire this puppy on. Again, if this was not my board, if this was for a client, I would totally give this a much deeper clean, but let's see if this thing works first, and then we'll worry about ultrasonically cleaning it and tidying it up a bit more and so on, huh? Because, yeah, solder is just not sticking to some of these areas just because of the amount of gunk and crud that's on these pads. Hey Jack, no worries. You're just in time. We're about to put the final caps on the board. We've only been here for how long, YouTube? 2 hours and 46 minutes. Feels like a lot longer than that, I tell you. Let's see. Put all these caps on the board first, then we'll start soldering. And I have a known good working power supply we'll use to test because I don't want to add another questionable thing into the mix, not this late in the day. The blue names are for a handful of people who are moderators in the chat, people I know personally and known for a long, long time. So that is what that's all about. And, sorry, that's just the way YouTube colors them for some reason. They help keep out all the spam and the riffraff. These caps are not going to be sitting even because of all the solder underneath. At this point, I really just don't care. I've done worse, that's for sure. Gosh, my earliest solder jobs, I came across an LC2 or whatever board I did at one point. Oh my god, that was terrible. Awful mess. But I mean, it worked. So. There's a little solder balls on this board too, I'm sure. So that's not helping things, but 2 more little points to go, and of course they're gonna make me use my left hand. Try and flatten these out. Alright, I think we are good to test this thing, but I am Alright, everyone's come back to see if this thing is gonna work or not. So let's do that. We're gonna move some stuff around here so I get myself some more space. I'm gonna turn the fume extractor off. I'm gonna go grab a power supply that I know works. All right. Now comes the moment everyone's been waiting for, maybe, hopefully. So I have a replacement power supply here. Let's move the microscope out of the way. And I know this one works. We're not going to be messing with the questionable one at this point in time, because why bother? Oh, I think it's going to be fine. There might be a trace or something we missed, but I think it's going to work just fine. Let's move that out of the way. Let's move our soldering iron over here to give us some room for our big old power supply. So this is an ATX power supply, but it has a special adapter that lets it work on these older Macs. And we're going to put a speaker in, and I bet this sucker is going to chime right away. Am I an optimist? Damn right I am. But besides some of the green bits on the board, I think we're in a good shape. Alright, let's get that out of the way. Let's point this a little further down, just in case we get any explosions. I know you folks like explosions. I gotta turn the power strip off. Oh, that's not the power strip I'm using. Well, it's just gonna be on. 3, 2, 1. Chimed. Told you. It chimed. Told you. Ding. Let's get a video cord here. Oh, I don't have that whole video thing set up. Ah, darn it. You know what? I'm just gonna borrow one of these monitors. Oh, that's connected to the computer. Hold on. We're gonna do this the janky way. Oh boy. Super jank. Yeah, I told you it would work. I was pretty confident. It wasn't that bad. Trust me, I've seen some pretty gnarly crap. So this one does have built-in video on it. I'm just going to plug this screen in behind me. If I can find another power cord, which... yeah, there we go. We'll use that for that. And let me just grab an adapter. And we'll move the camera so you can see in a moment. And we should get a little question mark. So this will be for that. Now I just need a video adapter, which I just saw. I only have like a dozen of them. Give me a second. I just saw the darn thing. So I was tidying up those moving stuff around. I said, hey, there's that thing. And that thing is... Where? Where did I put that? I had the whole... There it is. Wait, maybe? No. Just give me a second. I swear it's got to be around here. So I could steal one off that computer if I really wanted to. And we're doing that. All right, a video adapter here borrowed from my Macintosh 650. As I run over things with my chair, so I'm too excited to get this done with. No, I'll just step on my scalpel. That's what I'll step on. All right. The LCD screen behind me. Let's see if this sucker wants to display video. 3, 2, 1. Auto detect analog input. Heard the speaker make its noises. We got a gray screen with the cursor. Let's see if we get a floppy disk. We should get that in a moment. And I have a blue SCSI we can plug in. I'm curious how much memory this thing has. I have a mouse around here somewhere. Come on, baby, you can do it. Come on. There we go. Floppy disk with a question mark. Hey, let's plug in our blue SCSI. And let me get a mouse so we can... I'm very curious to find out how much memory we have. Now this startup disk is for a Macintosh 650. Hopefully it'll work in here. It's actually my Global Talk disk. Let me get a mouse. Wow, I'm disorganized. Even worse than usual, folks. Yeah, the problem is I steal mice from the same computers, and then I go to those computers and I'm like, why isn't there a mouse there? Oh, because you stole it for something else. You reckon it's 8 megabytes, Bruce? Well, let's see. We're going to plug this into one of the 2 ADB ports here. We're going to fire it on. We got a light on the blue SCSI. And I'm sorry this setup does not really give you the best view of this screen. It really was not I forgot I did not have my video scaler plugged in because I was using it for a video. So how about that? Everyone says 4 megs, 8 megs, 8 megs. Well, let's see. We got a Happy Mac here. Hopefully it's the right system enabler and all that stuff. Yeah, it's going to try and start this up. I don't have a keyboard to tell it not to. Yeah. Oh no, does my mouse not want to work? It probably just froze because it's the wrong... Yeah, let me plug a damn keyboard in. See? That's what we get for trying to half-ass it. But we could also have an ADB problem, which is not unlikely. With the amount of dirt that was on this board, would not be surprised. Okay. I was able to plug the mouse into the serial port because the rubber piece was gone, and I just noticed that now. Wow, I'm an idiot. Well, let's plug the keyboard in. Hopefully we didn't fry anything. I doubt we did. Hold down Shift, because we don't need to start up all that Global Talk stuff. Silly me, it is so late I didn't even realize where I was plugging the ADB ports into. Shame on me. It does chime. Alright, so someone's saying 5 megs. That was my initial guess. Let's see what happens here. Extension's off, so ADB is recognized, which is good. And our mouse works. Apple menu about this Macintosh. 5 megabytes. 5 megs is the winner. Ding, 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 ding. 5 megabytes of memory. And it's working great, folks. Let's make sure we can go to the control panel here. And go to sound. There we go. And I don't know if I have Snooper on here. I do not. So I can't do the full suite of tests. But I'm pretty satisfied right now. I think this was a... there goes the capacitors in that power supply. We might still have some dirt here, because I think it was trying to start up again, even after I turned it off. So, this system certainly needs to be cleaned, because it was in sort of a very sad state when we got it. But the case is absolutely beautiful. You can't really see it behind me, because I'm filming a video about it, and that monitor's blocking it. But the case is right here. It's in very good shape. So the case is in great shape. And now the board just needs a little TLC. But it works! It freaking works! And I know I'm not like jumping out of my seat like it chimed or anything like that, because I pretty much looked at this thing and like, yeah, that's gonna be a pain in the butt to fix, but I was pretty confident it worked because the rest of the machine looked like it was in pretty good shape. So very happy that this thing is working, and it's not even midnight, so yeah, I got some time back. How about that? My camera's always crooked because I installed the thing on the wood board a little bit crooked. Sorry. But, yeah, well, it's me. I'm the owner of it, because it was given to me as is, questionable, maybe broken, and it was sad, and now it works. So how about that? Let me scroll up on the chat. I missed some of the chat, so I apologize. But, yeah, me stepping on tweezers, plugging in Blue Scuzzy, video, 5 megabytes, yeah. Yeah, so I am working on that, Carl. But you know, this came along, and I'm like, oh, you know, I have a video idea for this. Like, let me just do it. And I don't know when this video is going to come out, but what I tend to do is I tend to shoot a lot of things simultaneously, and I just try and make sure that I have a bunch of clips there. So if the opportunity comes to finish something, I'm able to do that. And the problem is this desk has been full of crap. There's a PowerMac 5400, which is sitting right here, which was on that desk previously, because that's part of another video. So hopefully some of these things will come together in the coming months. I'll probably take most of June off because I have some time off there, and I'll be away and not really streaming or anything like that. So I want to get at least one more video out before then. And time is not on my side. It is already May. Come on, Watch. Go. Watch is dead. It is already May 20th. So there you go. But hey, we were quite successful today. We got the board to be happy. I'm sure there are some other things that we could tidy up on here, but overall it looks okay. Even the weird bodge job we did on those startup circuitry chips, hopefully that is all in good order. I will be doing some more in-depth testing on this, I'm sure, at another time. I do have to find my scalpel, and I do want to run Snooper on this to make sure I didn't blow up any of those serial ports. It's funny, I was able to plug a mouse into it because it didn't have that little plastic nub stopping me. But I don't know. It's a great question. I'll probably just be hanging out with my family and such. But I do want to remind everybody, the website I was looking at today, which is always immensely helpful for me, is recapamac.com. Let me see if I can put that back up on the screen. Nope, wrong window. Here we go. So this is the great recapamac.com from my good friend Bruce of Brenkus Creations. And he always has excellent guides here, even lists out the capacitors for most of the models. You just click on that. It'll bring you right to the Mauser website or wherever it is. And you'll have the part right there where you could buy, which is very handy. So you know, oh, this capacitor will work with that unit. And he has great blown up photos. I mean, these are excellent quality. I even use these sometimes if I'm trying to find a chip or something because they are just fantastic. So hats off to Bruce again. I'm not just saying that because he's my pal, but he does great work. And I'm very happy that he's documenting a lot of this stuff because I have my own website, but, you know, I don't have all the stuff that he has. And, you know, the more information out there about this stuff, the better. So thank you very much, Bruce. Greatly appreciated. The legendary website. Yeah, losing a scalpel is not good. Last plug for tonight, I do want to showcase my own website, and this is mac84.net, but there's also a shop for that. So if you do like some of the geeky shirts I'm wearing, like this one that says, I'm this old, and has the old modem and serial port there, you could grab yourself one of these shirts at mac84.net. That's actually shop.mac84.net. I should memorize my own URLs, but there you go. I forgot to have that pinned in the chat. But yeah, we have our sorry shirt, our Sid Happens shirt, and I'm wearing this particular one, this serial port. It's come in different colors, of course, but you could also get this older one, which is like the Macintosh 128 512K style. I think the purple looks quite nice, but of course there's a variety of colors you could choose from. And yeah, so bunch of shirts, feel free to buy them. If you don't want to buy them, that's okay. I only make $1 or so off of these things, and it's sort of a wash, but I have a lot of fun making them. And we have some mugs, there's also some miscellaneous stuff like tote bags, and these mouse pads are pretty cool. If you've seen this one on Actions Retro's video, Sean's videos fairly recently. Yeah, so anyway, that's a plug for my own stuffs. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, and glad that you enjoyed it. Who's this Bruce guy? But yeah, I've been buried under acorns for hours. Well, that happens when you go overseas, Guppa. But yeah, they come in fat guy size for me, so they should be okay. Well, that's about it for now. I'd like to thank everybody for all the super chats, all the likes, subscribes, and all that stuff. I'm almost at 20,000 subscribers, believe it or not. Shy about 120-ish or so. So if you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. I swear most of the time in my live streams I have the tools that I'm looking for. Why did I just lie to you? No, I usually don't. But at least they're entertaining lies. And really, in the end, is that what matters? No. I'm wasting time until I can hit the end stream button. Here it is. I'm going to say goodnight. Hopefully you've had a good day. Have a good tomorrow. And I'll catch you right here next time on Mac 84.